Good morning, students. Myself Bala Murali, working as assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering. Here, I would like to share a topic in Introduction to Foundry Shop Operations. From the image, you can able to guess that the how a hand mold is being prepared. You are all aware about recent trends or reels. You can see that couples hands or the hand family members hold their hands and put them in a bucket. After that they put some chemicals. After sometimes it will get like a rubber like structure. So after that they will safely remove the hands and they will have their hand mold in that. After that, with the help of resin and other chemicals and the other additive materials, it will be poured and it will be left for cool down for a few hours. After a few hours, the rubber material will be removed and the exact hand mold will be created with the material which we have poured. So this is the operation, basic operation, which comes from the foundry shop. Introduction to Foundry Shop Operations. Foundry Shop Operations involve the process of metal casting, creating molds, and pouring molten metal into them to produce intricate components. Skilled foundry workers use a variety of techniques to ensure the quality and precision of final products, contributing to various industries such as automotive, aerospace, and construction. Foundry shop equipment and machineries, furnace molding machine, crucible, sand handling equipment. The furnace is a crucial piece of equipment used to melt and heat metal for casting. Molding machines are used to create molds for casting metal objects in the foundry. A crucible is a container used to hold and pour molten metal into molds. Equipment for handling and preparing sand molds for metal casting processes. Raw materials used in foundry shop. Iron, the primary material used in foundry shops. It is commonly sourced from iron core and scrap metal. Sand. Silica sand is a crucial raw metal for creating molds and core in foundry processes. Additives. Various additives like binders, clay, and chemical components are used to enhance material properties and mold quality. Foundry shop process and techniques: sand molding, melting, pouring, deburring, finishing. So in sand molding, sand is shaped around a pattern to create molds for casting metal parts. Metal is melted and poured into molds to take the shape of the desired part. Deburring and finishing: removal of rough edges and excess material to achieve the final product. Sand casting. The most widely used casting process utilizes expandable sand molds to form complex metal parts that can be made of nearly any alloy. The sand casting process involves the use of a furnace, metal pattern, and sand mold. The metal is melted in the furnace and then ladled and poured into the cavity of the sand mold, which is formed by pattern. The sand mold separates along a parting line and the solidified casting can be removed. Sand casting. You can see that animation of that particular picture. The casting is prepared based on the pattern fixed refixed of the mold. When the molten metal is poured into the parting line, that is through the runner riser, it will pour into the cavity or the mold area. After filling, it will again get raised. So after rising, we ensure that all the molten metal are filled in that particular area of the casting. So after certain cooling time, we can able to remove the sands and get the work material or casting material. What is a mold? The physical model of a casting used to make the mold. When the pattern is withdrawn, its imprint it provides the mold cavity. The cavity is filled with metal to become the casting. Important casting terms like the important parts of a sand casting are pattern, parting line, molding sand, facing sand, core, spur, runner, gate, riser. So the same thing, pouring machine. Through the pouring machine, we will pour the molten metal into this. The choke will ensure the molten metal is sent through this runner. While pouring the molten metal, there is a natural gravitational force which makes the path of the mold to get collapsed. So, in order to overcome that, the choke is provided. After that, the molten metal travels through the runner and deposited in the mold cavity. After that, through the rope riser, it will fill up to the riser. So we can ensure that if the molten metal reaches the riser, the cavity is filled with molten metal. So after that, we can stop pouring the molten metal in that particular sand mold. So steps in making sand castings are pattern making, core making, molding, melting, pouring, and cleaning. So after manufacturing this manufacturing this metal casting, quality control in foundry shop is much more important in order to identify the damaged or defective components which is being manufactured during this foundry shop operations like sand casting. So while it may be monitored with the help of UV ray detections. So in that we can able to see the path holes or bubbles, air bubbles which is formed due to pouring of molten metal into the casting. So that can be removed using machining. If it is not been able to remove using machining or any other operations, it will be scrapped. So, health and safety regulations in foundries of protective gear, workplace hygiene, equipment maintenance, emergency procedures. Environmental considerations in foundry shop operations are emission control, sustainable practice, waste recycling. Energy efficient and sustainability in foundry shops are plays a much vital role in order to sustain in the process. So waste management in foundry shop is much more important as recycling and reusing of materials, proper disposal of hazardous waste, that is the sand which is being used after the molding process. It can be reused several times. After that, it should be disposed in a proper way. Waste segregation classifications, the implementation of waste reduction strategies. Of course, every company will fall on this waste reduction strategies. So, conclusion as we have discussed, the foundry shop operations continue to evolve. There is a growing emphasis on sustainable practices and technology advancements. The future development in this field are expected to focus on enhancing energy efficient, reducing environmental impact, and exploring innovative materials for improved production processes. I hope you understand the process of sand casting and foundry shop operations, importance, and other things. Thank you.